Breaking news. Yeah, we're late. So what? Just get a fucking fuck off our backs. We're just fucking witcha. Anyway, we had a few y'all hit us up on this one and we gotta show the love to the player crowd. So, let's get a it. Crawford stops Benavidez in a 12th of a damn good fight. Yo, this was a good fight and delivered. And we're glad the shit was publicly on ESPN. Top Rank needs to seriously stick with that formula. And Crawford's stock rose. But this fight was interesting. But bust this. Michael Serrato left a comment. And hope we're pronouncing that correctly. Buddy says. Crawford was exposed. He barely won. And was walked down all night against a 2-year layoff and leg shot all fucked up. Calm down. Should've been steamrolled but got exposed. Huh. Yeah, we kinda see your point and hear you loud and clear. Though how you think he barely won is a little beyond us. Are you saying he barely won or clearly won? Because we can understand the clearly part if that's what you really meant. Like, was that a typo? We're just fucking with ya, Michael. You know us, speak your mind. We get what you sayin'. Barely. I mean clearly. Look. There was times we was a little concerned Crawford would get caught with something. Though Crawford always looks like that to us. Nevertheless, he fought a good fight and stopped Jose in a 12th. But we've gotta admit we was thinking this was a stationary one-legged motherfucker. Soda leg shit you're claimin' ran through our heads too. And we gamble Spence woulda had him out of there in 6. However, this is boxing. So even if so, it doesn't mean he beats Crawford. But Jose's over 6 feet tall. Or that's the claim. And he looked damn big in this fight. With a 3 to 4 inch reach advantage. It's gotta be considered. Also, he's not a bum. At the same time, he probably should be fighting the Charlo brothers. We actually thought he did damn well. We'll definitely be watching him. He lost no credibility in our eyes. We actually thought he was impressive. The ironies, we thought Crawford was too. Since he had to get on inside of a big motherfucker. Not just tall, Jose was fucking big. He was a big motherfucker. We said he was a big motherfucker. But we get your point. We thought about that too. However, we also considered several other factors. But we'll say this. There's a few things we picked up on. Shit we'd no doubt use. That's if we had a fighter getting ready to face Crawford. Nevertheless, good fight. Props to both men. Crawford still performed a dissection and stopped a big motherfucker. Though we've gotta wonder what this fight would have been like if Jose didn't possess a shot leg. Perhaps it might have been Crawford getting stopped in a 12th instead. Or maybe Crawford would have stopped the man earlier. Because, in all honesty, we get the feeling Jose might not have displayed the same counter-punching skills with a good leg. Though we could be wrong, who the fuck knows. Nevertheless, respect to both fighters. And respect to the late great Tito Garcia. He put us hip to Crawford long before the Gamboa fight. Long before anyone was saying his name. Toast to Tito, because so far everything he said's come true. And we're sure Tito's laughing while squeezing some ass from above. We're gonna have to give him a call. Oh yeah. We can do shit like that. 10 players got that kinda juice. But this was interesting. Check this part of the interview.
Alright, the most important thing, the future. Right now, first title defense at 147, you prove that you're a true welterweight against a big guy like Benavidez. Who do you want next?
I want them all. I've been saying it all along, you know? It ain't my job to get the fights done. It's my job to want to fight the fights that everybody want to see. And I've been calling for all of them ever since I moved up in the division. So that's up to Bob and Terence.
Now this is another one of those disappointments. Like we wanted to hear Crawford say Spence. Now, Arum recently said he wanted to make the fight, and if Spence's side didn't want to make it, fuck him. And with all the flap we hear from Crawford concerning Spence, this made no sense. However, it's very possible. And we get the feeling that Arum may have suggested Crawford not say Spence's name. Boxing politics. Because we'll tell you straight up. If we was promoting Crawford, that's what we'd tell him. See, mentioning a fighter's name promotes a fighter's name. Which means it promotes the fighter's side and network too. And if they're not fighting on a same one, no need to mention it. Especially since Spence says Crawford better cross the street. Crawford fights on ESPN. And with Spence's talk he's basically promoting a Nutton network, mentioning a man who says he refuses to fight on Crawford's network. But Crawford bet a fight on his. Nah, they're not gonna play that game. And guys love writing names these days. It's unfortunate. But if Spence is gonna play that game, you can gamble Top Rank's gonna too.
So that's up to Bob and Top Rank.
Until this fight's actually made. Sad things, these guys aren't that big yet to be pulling that. Instead, they should be fighting one another to get that big. Yeah.
Me aguanto, me